Well, good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. What's good? It's your girl, Tammy, aka That's a Woman, coming to you with this week's session of planting and or watering, where yours truly, me, is either planting something new in your life or I'm watering something that has already been planted, something you may have heard along the way and you didn't put much thought into it, and yours truly could just be sent to give that thing the life and the energy that it was intended to be for you. So listen, last week I talked about changing the narrative. And I want to expound and go a little further on that, because what does that look like even further, right? A lot of us have been programmed with what we call limited belief system. A limited belief system. These are things that have literally been instilled, and I'll use the term programmed in us, because whether you know it or not, our brains are like a computer and they are constantly being programmed. And the thing is, what is it being programmed with? Is it being programmed with good? Is it being programmed with evil? That's why last week when I talked about the news, I talked about you got to turn some of that stuff off. I told you, have knowledge, have enough to be dangerous, but don't try to have knowledge on everything, because it does not necessarily serve your greater good. And my goal, my intention for each and every one of you, and self included, is for us to live our life according to our greater good. Live it on purpose. Live in the abundance that we are intended to have. To live the victorious lives that John 10:10 that I mentioned last week talked about. And in order to do that, we got to be willing to pivot. We got to be willing to change some of our thought patterns in order to get to that point, because a lot of those thought patterns are keeping us in a place where some of us don't necessarily want to be. We're struggling with knowing there's more in me, there's goodness, there's greatness, and I want it to come out. But if I do this, I'm going against some of the beliefs and the thoughts that I have. And it's time to identify those things that are holding you back and ask, are they serving your greater good? Are these things really serving your greater good? Remember, Isaiah 55. The Lord said, my thoughts and your thoughts are not the same. They are as high as the heavens are from the earth. My ways and your ways are not the same. So listen, what he's saying is, you may have a thought, you may have a belief, however, it could be limiting you. God wants the best for you, and because you're holding on to something that you believe to be true, but it's not necessarily true, but if you tell yourself long enough, it is true, and it's holding you back. It's time to free yourself. It's time to walk in your authority. It's time to be the victorious king and queen that you are. You are the one. You are that person. You are that person that is supposed to be blessed. Blessed coming in, blessed going out. Blessed in the city, blessed in the field. You are the one that is supposed to have the authority and the boldness, and the one that is a part of a royal chosen priesthood that is saying that you are royalty. You are part of the royal family of God. God is all that is, and you are a part of that. Catch that. And when you really catch that, without limitations, without some of the bondage that man may impose upon you, without some of the bondage that the media may impose upon you, let me tell you, that's where your true freedom lies. That's when you get to step out of the box, because limited belief thinking patterns have kept people in boxes for generation after generation after generation. Limited belief systems have kept so much envy and jealousy in the world, that when a person tries to rise higher, what's that saying? The crab in the bucket effect. You will have those that are constantly trying to pull them down. When we are not to pull each other down, we are to build each other up. That's what iron sharpening iron is about. Listen, God is the only one who said he's a jealous God. And when he says that, he's saying, because I love you. I want the best for you. I'm jealous when you're going and you're serving things that are not adding value and fulfillment and in alignment with your purpose. Those are the things that make God jealous, because it's saying you're not living according to your highest good. Your highest good is to be free, to be victorious, to release those things that are no longer serving you, those things that happen to you, but not happen to harm you. Remember when Joseph told his brothers, what you meant for harm, God meant it for good. So those things that might have felt like they were to harm you when it happened, they were not. They were to help prepare you for such a time as this. Think about that. For such a time when it seems like inflation, it seems like craziness, always something, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so much going on in the world. But you were put here for such a time like this so that you can shine. You can shine. You do not have to succumb to what the world says about you. You do not have to be a part of everything that they do. Think about that. Think about that. You do not have to be easily influenced by the lives of others. You get to create your own life. You get to walk in the power that is you and experience the things that you desire to experience. Catch that. You get to experience it. No one else. And if you allow others to continue to speak negativity in your life or keep telling you how they think you're to live your life, you won't pivot. You won't change the narrative. And you can find yourself in a state of depression. You can find yourself in a state of pure unhappiness. And here's the thing. That is not what I want for you. I do not want any of you. I repeat, any of you. Look, I'm going into mama mode here. Yeah, I went country on that. Mama mode here. Because what I want you to understand, greatness is in you, and I'm here to pull it out. I'm here to pull it out because I know how valuable each and every one of you are. And life at times will keep you from feeling that value, keep you from feeling unworthy. And I'm here to say you're valuable. You're worthy. And I'm going to say it again and again and again, because I want you to catch it. And sometimes when you hear something one time, it's like, okay. But when you hear it repeatedly, that helps it sink in. That helps it sink in. I need this to sink in. Why? Because I want you to live a secure, happy, wholesome life. And I know you might have gone through trauma that make you feel less than, and I am here for you to take your power back from the trauma. I'm here for you to stand in all that you are, because listen, one thing I know, that whatever you're in, God is in it with you. And as he's in it with you, he's saying, listen, trust me. Let go of the pain. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the feeling of inadequacy. Let go of these things, these hindering beliefs, these beliefs that are holding you back, these beliefs that let you think you will never rise higher. That's not who you are. Remember, God is the great I am, and the great I am is in you. And if he's all that is, and he is I am, so are you. So that's where you call call on him. God, I need you. God, I'm willing to let go of this. God, I trust you. Okay, I'm in a world that is trying to keep me from who I am. God, give me the strength to be bold enough to say, I let it go. I am willing to step out of the boat. That boat is calling you. The water is calling you to walk on it. But you want to stay in the boat. You want to stay where it's safe, where it's comfortable, where God is not intending for you to live a life of safety and comfortable. He wants you to explore, get adventurous, make some mistakes. Do you know mistakes is nothing but a lesson to learn from and to grow from? That's what it's about. But as long as you stay on the boat and you're holding on, and you're even holding on, some people even get comfortable holding on to the pain. Let me call that out. Some people have gotten so comfortable in the pain that they hold on to it. Why? Because it's familiar. It's time to let go of the familiarity of situations that are holding you back. Even in relationships, people find themselves stuck in relationships that are not serving their highest good, but it's familiar. It's comfortable. It's what they know. Whereas we are told repeatedly the importance of faith, and faith lets you know that even if you walk away from a situation that's not serving you, there's greatness out there for you. But people feel at times there's no greatness. This is the relationship I'm supposed to have. This is what I'm supposed to be in. This is my person, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. If your person is causing you pain, if your person is causing you heartache, and your person is not willing to do the work to work on them because they're projecting a lot of what their issues are on you, you need to reevaluate that. That's where that changing of the narrative is coming into play. That's where that pivoting is definitely coming into play. Because it's okay to do a self-evaluation. Is this relationship serving me? Yes, I love this person. And sometimes you got to identify, and this was not even my intention today, but y'all know I allow God to use me. Sometimes you got to identify, is this a trauma bond relationship? Catch that. Am I in this relationship based on trauma? Is it something that we've both been through that brought us together? Are we codependent upon each other? Those are the things that will keep one in a situation that's not serving their higher good. That's where the value add has been removed, but it's comfortable. You're giving the appearance. You don't want to let others know that your relationship failed. It's not what we've put out on social media. It's been a struggle. And listen, here's the thing. Even if it has not been what you thought it was going to be, it's okay. Heal it. Work on it. And in the meantime, work on you. Because one thing I don't want any of you, is to live beneath who you are. When you're valuable and when you're important to God, which means you're important to this world, and you're definitely important to your loved ones, and I don't even know you, but because you're a part of my imperfectionist family, you're important to me. I don't want you living beneath who you are. I want you to live according to the greatness that is inside of you. So this is the time where I encourage, remember, God's thoughts and our thoughts are not the same at times. They're different, but not different where we're off out of alignment. It's just sometimes we may be thinking small, and God is thinking humongous. And he knows that sometimes if I give you that, it's not for your greater good. It's not going to fulfill the desire that I know that I have for you. So catch that. So listen, this is a time to look at some things in your life. Even relationships, and it don't even have to be an intimate relationship. It could be a relationship with some friends, some people, some associate. Listen, I say this all the time. There is a saying that I don't use the word hate a lot, but I'm going to use it right now. I hate it. Did you get the passion behind the hate? I hate when they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Why would you want to keep someone close to you that you know means you no good? If you're going to live a life on purpose, a life full of value and joy, that means enemies don't need to be in your circle. You love them from afar. You want people in your circle that's going to add value, people who are going to strengthen you, people who are going to pour into you, and you're able to pour into them. Don't always be the one doing the pouring. Allow people to pour into you and fill you up as well, because you need to have it also, okay? So listen, I thank you always for listening, for being a part. And as I get ready to close this out, I want to insert or remind, because I can't remember if I did it last week. Oh, the movie that I talked about last week was Brick Mansions. When I talked about that government thing, it was in the movie Brick Mansion, and I told y'all I would remember it after I got off the line, and sure enough, I did. But listen, August is Happens Month, and do something to make you happy. Do something to make you smile. Channel the inner kid, not the broken little kid, because that's what we're here to heal. We're here to heal the broken little kid. But laugh, enjoy, find something that makes you laugh from the bottom of your soul, that if it makes you cry, bring them tears of joy, because that's what I want for you, okay? So take note of that and do something. And if I've said anything to add value to your life, I ask that you click the thumbs up and or drop me a comment. And if you are not a part of my Imperfectionist family, I invite you to click the subscribe button and join us. And if you know someone who will benefit from this message, I ask that you please share it with others, because again, iron sharpening iron, okay? So listen, until the next time, do something that makes you happy. Channel that inner kid. Go out in nature. Do something to make you smile. All right? Continue to bless, be happy, and have an amazing day.